Hello, welcome, everybody. Welcome to How to Go to 10K Months by Transforming Lives. How to go from warrior to warrior. Okay, how to become a published best-selling author, lucrative life coach, and to do that in 90 days. This is about taking action, but for me, this is transmuting any pain, any struggle, anything that has at some point seen you at a point in being in fear, in doubt, that feeling of struggle, immense challenge, pain, right? So there's something that we have all been through in some shape or form, whereby it is time now to take that and transmute that into your power, into your superpower. Okay, because people are looking at you, all right, and they are wondering, how did you do that? How did you go from that to this? How did you do that? They want you to take them step by step by step. They want you to support them through that to the result that they so desperately want and deserve. And it is, I feel, our duty to go ahead with that service. And this is where your peak performance, right? You're a peak performer. If you're watching this, if you resonate my world, you take your peak performance into your conscious leadership. Okay. You really go all out as a wealthy warrior leader. So you go to strength. You take your strength to the next level, whatever it is that you have been through or growing through at the moment. This is where we go from fear to freedom. Okay? From burnout to breakthrough. This is not about hustle and grind. This is no more about that. It is about taking action. Okay? It's not just about dreaming. That is important. Okay? But now it's about making a decision. I'm really seeing, am I truly committed to me? Because this is about going into that version of you that is within you, that version of you who has the income that you desire, the relationship that you desire, transforming lives in the way in which you desire, taking action in the way in which you desire, having the impact globally, hundreds of people, having the impact and do it in an award-winning way. Okay, so we are going all out, but we are not going all out in our energy. We are doing this in a balanced way in our mind, body, and soul. That for me truly is leadership. That is the leadership of a wealthy warrior. This is why I called my free Facebook group, the community is called Wealthy Warriors. All right. And it's entrepreneurs, it's leaders, it's single moms, people who've been through domestic violence, doctors, psychiatrists, sometimes the same as that too, hairdressers. It does not matter the background. It does not matter the childhood that you had. Not that it doesn't matter, but what I mean by that is we are all coming from the same starting point in terms of our mind. It really is a choice. You can either take something that's happened to you and let that be the story forever. Okay, and it doesn't condone it. It does not condone it at all. Okay, whatever it is that you've been through, and I'm so sorry that you've experienced that, but you can transmute that. That is the beauty. It's time to take back your divine power. Okay, it's time to take back your divine power, and time to step into your greatest power in your mind as a warrior mindset. Right. But I see this is so much bigger than just mindset. This is a spiritual awakening. Okay. So it doesn't condone anything, but we are changing the meaning. We're not brushing anything under the carpet. Okay. This is why in my programs, we go deep in emotional healing and emotional regulation. It's so important. This is also my background. So if you don't know me, my name is Dr. Vidya. I'm also a GP. I work full-time as a doctor, as a medical doctor. I'm a consultant in family physician, in preventative medicine, school different things around the world. And I have a real passion for mental health. Okay, I used to be the mental health director for my region, working for the government. Used to have my own private practice, my own NHS practice. Really enjoyed it, really loved it. Phenomenal partners I was working with as well. Amazing patients. But I just felt like the reach could only be so much working one-to-one. Okay. And I wanted to find another way than just finishing at like 10 o'clock at night every single day, and feeling tired and not having enough time to really help to give people the breakthrough that they deserve and that they want. So they're doing the work, but obviously I'm helping them through that. There's so much you can really do in a limited amount of time. And to do that in a prolonged, journey, taking them along a journey, I wanted to do that in a bigger way. Okay. And I loved being mental health director too, but it also I didn't feel I was able to really go all out, like we're raising the rates of therapy, which I think is phenomenal. But I felt like there was more. And I wanted to hold the reins of that. I didn't want to have to go to a meeting in central London to get, 30 other people to approve, and then go through minutes and then do that for another couple of weeks. And so, it's important to have some of those processes in place when it's a huge organization, etc. But I really wanted to take the reins and I wanted to make impact. I'm an Aries, okay. I'm an impatient. I'm working my patience, but for me, in my world, we go fast. Yeah, me and my clients, we go fast. We want things. It's not, get rich quick. None of that. I don't really resonate with any of that. But this is about go fast with impact. Go fast with transforming other people's lives as well as your own. You don't need to be an expert to be a coach or to help transform people's lives. You don't have to be a doctor. You don't have to be a nurse. You don't have to be any of those things. You don't have to have experience. You don't have to have a certification. You don't have to have a certification. I can give you a certificate if you would like. I have a certification program, but you don't need it. You don't need to attach your self-worth to this piece of paper. All right. But what people do want is a result that you have, an experience that you have been through, which if you're a human being, you definitely have had some life experience, I'm sure, in this school of life, in this University of Hard Knocks sometimes, that you have learned some things that you can now take people through. Now, you don't need to be at the end of the journey, at the end of the rainbow with it all 100% worked out. No, you can just be a couple of steps ahead, and people actually rather learn from you because they resonate with you. It's not so far away. It's just a couple of steps ahead, so they can see you. So for me, a lot of people come to see me because I'm still working full time and running my award-winning successful business in coaching. And also publishing. So I publish books. I'm a writer, and my books are also, I publish my books. I teach you how to do that, and also they are number one best-selling author. So like some of my books, this is one of my books. Oh, sorry, the camera there. So I hope you can see that. So Habits, and also another book here, Raising the Bar. Okay, so sorry about the camera there, but so important that you follow someone that has the results. In the same way, you have something that people really want to learn from you. Okay, and they want this service from you. And for me, this is exactly what being a wealthy warrior is all about. You are strong. You have grown through something. Okay. You are so strong, so resilient for whatever that's been. Okay. And now you don't even have to say the story if you don't want to. It's not about necessarily that. It's about what you've learned. How did you do that? And that's what you're teaching people through. You're taking them along your hero's journey. You're taking them along your warrior journey. Okay. And in that, we are creating an incredible award-winning global service by doing it online. Okay. And by doing this, yes, we use social media. There are ways of doing it without social media, which I teach as well. Okay. So you can do that as well. But this is where the people who want your result, this is where they're at. This is about global impact, as well as, me seeing patients and clients still face to face. And I do paid speaking events, and there's so many other ways this will have an impact. But this is where you can create 10K months, right? Transforming people's lives. How beautiful is that? Transforming people's lives, becoming a published author. So it's another way for people to tap into the result that you've achieved on your journey, right? So in my progress, you literally become a published author. That's all included. And in addition to that, you can actually transform your own life. So in we do coaching twice a week. Okay. And this is one aspect is on business and strategy and your offer and getting the result that you want. You know, you want to, for example, get to 6 figures. You want to take in months, like whatever it is. You want to get to that next level of impact, deeply impacting people on an individual basis with whatever your amazing, incredible, unique message is and service or product, but also impact in the number of people by going global, by going online. You can add this onto any service, any product, works in any industry. And this is the beauty of it as well. Okay. So you can have that as well. And you can actually even also give them that one-to-one. So for me, I do a hybrid model. We do group coaching twice a week, so much support. And these aren't lessons which go on and on and on for like hours on end, because ain't nobody got time for that. Okay. I certainly don't. I'm a mom. I've got 2 kids, age 3 and 5, who are boys. Boys definitely more energy, more energetic. Running around. So, you know, I want to be with them. I want to spend plenty of time with them. I love now being a doctor so much more than before, because it's not just, you know, something I'm doing as a job anymore, right? Like I'm really going back to the art form of how I do my job. So you can do this whilst doing your job, whether you enjoy your job or not. You can do both, like me, double thumbs up, or you can use this to quit your 9 to 5. Okay, you can quit your 9 to 5 in 3 to 6 months, right? There's no reason why you can't do that at all. It's your choice. I've chosen to stay because I love being a doctor, and I've now found another way that I can work full time and be a doctor, and I really enjoy that. So I absolutely love that. But what I find is particularly my passion with mental health is now really satisfied in where I am as a doctor, yes, but also in my coaching, because we do this in my program. We do a lot of deep emotional healing. So one session is on business and one session per week is on emotional healing, emotional regulation, deep, intensive embodiment sessions. So important to really remove those blocks. The pain that is still there is what is keeping you from the health, the wealth, the relationships that you desire. But that starts with a relationship with yourself, right? You deserve that. You owe that to yourself. Okay. And this is what being committed to yourself is. This is what self-love and self-care looks like, right? So it's so important to really go in. I'm just looking at the time because I need to go pick up my son as well from his club. So you see, this is what I do. I'm also a mum. Okay. Grateful to also be happily married to my best friend. And, you know, I teach you how to do this whilst you're working a full-time job, right? I work full-time. I even did a clinic last night from 9 p.m. to midnight. Okay. So full-time, but being in balance in your mind, body, and your soul. So we even cover nutrition. All right. We cover meditations as well. We cover each aspect of each of the life pillars: your health, your wealth and work, your life purpose, right? And then the business aspect, your specific offer and how you want to do it and what that looks like and all of those nitty-gritty details, yes, but that you are aligned, that this is a spiritual business offer, that this is really aligned with your values of who you are. It feels good. You know, you are helping people, taking them along this journey, and in your relationship with yourself. Okay. And your other relationships are a reflection of that. Because for me, I'm committed to myself. I'm committed to my family. I'm committed to my loved ones. And I'm committed to my service users, those that I serve, whether it's those in my clients who are in my programs, whether it's my private clients, my patients, my service users who watch, you know, my YouTube channel, in my Facebook group, my Facebook community of wealthy warrior entrepreneurs. I'm committed. This is my life purpose, and I would do this even if I wasn't paid to do it. I am so passionate about it. I feel like it's just me being me. Okay, so this is the time to make a decision. Okay, this is the time you either want this or you don't want this. You need to really hone in on, where am I right now? This is like Google Maps. Where am I right now? This is the postcode where I am, or the zip code. And where do I want to be in my health, my wealth, and my relationships with myself first? So, how do I feel about myself? What's that internal narrative, that story? Okay, how does it feel? Where do I want to be? What does it actually look like? Write it out. Okay. Now, if you go to Wealthy Warrior Entrepreneurs, or if you go to the program Create Your Own Economy, I go into this in a lot more detail. It's like a sort of starter program. But currently in my Wealthy Warrior Entrepreneurs group as well, depending on when you watch this. But I really want you to hone in on what is that definition for you, because it's going to be different for everybody. Okay. And then you want to focus in on, how much do I really want this? Right? This is my burning desire. This is a trait of super successful people. And what I mean by that is going from not just a job to a career, but to a calling. It does not require any certification. It doesn't require an MBA. I started doing an MBA and then I stopped it because I realized it was only really taking me so far. Okay. I learned more from my own coaches. All right. So it's the people who have the result. We don't want just theory here, drawing diagrams. We want people who actually have the result and who can teach you. Right. So I'm an examiner and I'm a lecturer for medical schools. Right. I'm an examiner for doctors and medical students, and I teach them. I'm an award-winning doctor and award-winning coach. So do you want that by your side? Do you want that person helping you with the healing aspect that we do every single week? Healings and meditations. I also give you one-to-one coaching every single week. Every single week. It's a hybrid model, bi-weekly group coaching and private coaching every single week. So you have that support. All right. So it's a 3-month program. Imagine how different your life can be 90 days from now. Would you like to be earning 10K months? Would you like to be a lucrative life coach? If you want to extend that further, I have a certification program, so you can take all the modules that I teach. You don't even have to record anything, right? And I have an affiliate program where you can sell that, right? And if you wanted to, you can be a coach of the program too, right? So I have a certification just to check the standard. That's it, just to make sure, right? So I give you additional training in communication skills, leadership skills, how I got my program to become award-winning. Okay. So do you want to be a published author, a #1 best-selling author like myself of like several books, right? So do you want to be, multi-author as well and reach global, right? You can have a YouTube and a podcast like myself to reach as many people as possible. And how you can grow this for free, no ads. I don't even do sales calls anymore, but I'm there if people want to have a chat with me, over voice notes or DM, then I'm there to help them make any questions they may have. You can just DM me and we can do some voice notes. And you can do this whilst working full time if you want. Okay, so this is the time to make a decision. It's not just about dreaming about it. It's not just about talking about it. It's about taking that action. Okay, it's not just about talking about or feeding the struggle. It's now changing the meaning and doing something about it. Taking responsibility for our lives is our choice. We can't change what happened either to us or whatever reason. It doesn't condone it. No, but you now have a choice in what you do about it. You may not think you even have a choice. That's the healing. This is why it's so important. It's not just manifestation. It's healing work is needed. Okay. So passionate about deep emotional healing, becoming your own best friend, right? So you are super warrior strong, but also in your relationships and taking that to the next level. And then you go to the next level of your service and become a wealthy warrior entrepreneur and a leader in that, an award-winning leader in that. So if this resonates with you, if you are committed to yourself, because a key trait of super successful people is that they make a decision. They make a decision fast because they know what they want. You don't need to take a long time. You either want it or you don't want it. It actually is that simple. Okay. It's all the self-doubt that complicates it. Okay. So decision makers make decision quickly. They either want it or they don't want it. And they will go with somebody who has the result of what they want. End of. So I have a fast action bonus for those of you who are going to enroll in the next 48 hours. Instead of being 3 months, you're actually going to get it for 6 months. Okay, so 6 months, literally like double the time. You don't need 6 months. You can literally start your business from scratch with no previous business experience. You can start your business, be getting clients and making take. You can do all of that in 30 days and be a published author as well. It's really up to you. The modules are all done. You can go through all of them in one evening if you really want. Okay, it's completely up to you. It's your choice. It's your life. Right. So you don't need certification, like I said, but it is there if you want. If that helps you to just get it done, to just get out there, fine. I've done it all anyway. It's all there, being recorded weekly. So I can help you with that. Right. I'm trying to reduce the limitations as much as possible. Okay. There are payment plans as well, if needed, if that's going to help you. All right. But when you pay in full, you're actually going to get my private coaching as well, unlimited. So normally it's just like a Voxer private coaching day per week. So for 24 hours that I coach you. But if you pay in full, then actually you get it for 6 months. And in addition to that, you get unlimited. So anytime you can ask a question, anytime. It's like voice notes. It's basically like having a continued conversation for 6 months with me. No other coaches, just me. So there's nowhere else that does, as I can see, healing and deep emotional healing and empowerment and business with spirituality all together. I'm not about competing against others. I don't like to bring other people down, but I'm just saying I haven't seen that where you can also have it with an award-winning coach and doctor. All right. So come along. Doesn't matter what industry you're in, you can bolt this onto your business. All right. So if you want to get to 6 figures, right, that 6-figure CEO mindset or more, now is the time. Okay. So I'm all about action takers. So the link will be there on my business Facebook page, in YouTube, on my YouTube, on the Facebook business page, and in my Wealthy Warriors group. And all you need to do, you can also DM me if you have any questions, and we can voice note each other. Okay, because that works against all the different time zones. Otherwise, the link will be there to just click and enroll and get in there, because it's only going to be, I forgot, the next 2 enrollments will, in addition to all of that, get a one-to-one call with me. Okay, but that's only for the next 2 people. So got to go pick up my son now. Send you so much love and light. I'm ready. Let's do this. My clients are getting phenomenal results. They are single moms. They're women who've gone through domestic violence. They're people who have gone from having, almost minimum wage. Okay, and they've gone in. And there's a scholarship program going on at the moment. Okay, it's 40% scholarship. I'm literally doing everything I possibly can to help you. Okay, it's obviously still a business, right? But it's a profitable business, but I'm doing everything I can to possibly help you. You just have to help you. All right. Love and light. Speak soon. Bye.